Evening all, let's have a look at PLTR. PLTR, well, it has seen a bit of growth. It's up by about 3.3%. A lot of the market is doing pretty decently today, which is good, but obviously PLTR is still down over the past month or so. If we can have a quick look at how this one has been moving over the past 30 days, we will see that, of course, PLTR, well, it has, of course, been on a steady decline. This becomes a bit more clear on our, less technical charts, where we can see the whole month for this month that we are currently in is red, which is very unfortunate. We're pulling ourselves down from the highs that we saw back here, which were at about $25 and above, of course coming down from there. Why might this be, and what can we expect for PLTR going forward? Well guys, nobody knows for sure, and of course I am not a financial advisor. I say that both for my safety and for yours, but in this video I'm giving you all of my personal thoughts and opinions. If you may enjoy that, make sure to give the video a like and of course subscribe to the channel as well, because we talk about stocks and cryptos every single day, so this is really the place for you if you're interested in either or both. So we're going to start off by jumping into this video, looking at how PLTR has been moving, then focusing on some of the more recent news. So we are going to do this on the less technical charts today because we haven't really seen too much to report on in price action. Basically the stories just stand the same from last time when we did a PLTR video, and by the way that video did focus on some of the fundamentals. I definitely would recommend giving it a watch if you have not already. Again, we are going to be looking at some of the fundamentals hopefully at some point this weekend or later this week even, so that is another reason to subscribe if you are interested. But obviously the past 6 months, well, it is still green for PLTR. Basically, we hit highs up here, which were at about $38. So again, we almost reached a $40 range up here as well. So we have been quite high with the stock, but it's pretty much halfway down from where it was at its ultimate high. The past year to date isn't doing too great for the stock. From 2021 up until right now, we can see we are still down by a small amount. Again, it is pulling itself back up today, but obviously it's not enough to bring in big growth. The past 5 days is still showing a big decline in price again, but however, from this point here, mid-Tuesday, we are pulling ourselves out of that dip ever so slightly. But the question is now the time to buy PLTR, and what can we expect going forwards? Well, let's start off by looking at some of the news. We're going to start off by having a quick Google search for the news and have a look at some of the things which we have seen. So we have this information up here from Seeking Alpha, which talks about the digital transformation partnership with Ringer. Now this is a good and big deal. So if we take a quick moment to have a read of the article, we can see that through renewed strategic partnership, Palantir Technologies NYSE PLTR to provide Ringer with a software to further its digital transformation to accelerate its shift to digital-first global media company, or at least to a digital-first social media company, or at least global media company rather. We can see that Ringer uses Palantir Foundry software to harness the power of data in order to serve and perform, or at least inform readers. Foundry transforms the way organizations operate by creating a central operating system found in their data. So that just tells us about what is going on with this strategic partnership around the company. Now, one thing which I do want to focus on is this other article which is coming from investorplace.com, which talks about the fact that PLTR definitely could see big growth in the next few years. They say that PLTR definitely could see a rise of 87% in 3 years, which would bring the share price up to about $41.46. So the outlook for the stock is doing pretty decent. Q4 2020 earnings give us an important takeaway. The company boldly projects that its revenue will grow to $4 billion or more by 2025 based on the company's projections. So the person here believes that one should expect to see a 35% rise at least annually over the next 3 to 5 years, and there are many decent reasons for this, as a person does go on to list. Now we can see here, since Palantir made 1.1 million in sales recently, or at least 1.1 billion, I do believe that is, we can see that this implies that revenue will grow by 3.63 times and 4.5 times at $5 billion, assuming that revenue is still $5 billion by 2025. This works out at 35.4% annualized compound growth rate, which could be very high growth rate and is obviously a sign of a very confident company. The person here does suspect that the confidence in the company will bleed over into the price of PLTR stock, and of course this is confidence in this company called eBullions, I do believe it is. So there we go. So yes, I absolutely do agree with this person. PLTR do have some very optimistic revenue targets, and you know what? It's not impossible that they could meet them. I think it is possible, absolutely so, that PLTR could see big growth for the company. They could see big increases in revenue, and we would love to see nothing more than that. So hopefully this is true. Hopefully PLTR definitely can meet those targets, and if that is the case, we could see this equate to some rather large stock price increases. So what is going on with the price recently, and obviously would I buy it at the moment? Personally guys, I would consider this one a buy. There are many reasons for this. First things first, a lot of the market is not doing too well at the moment anyway, which it's not great for investors. Of course, it is quite frustrating as well, but at the end of the day, I think it is important when we're looking at this stock or any stock to consider overall general market conditions. Considering the sell-off that we are seeing in a lot of stocks recently, I think it is understandable that we can be seeing PLTR decrease to the rate that we have been doing, so it is obviously understandable. On top of this, we were seeing a bit of a sell-off from PLTR's highs in the past 6 months anyway, as people were taking insane profits, because bear in mind guys, if you'd have bought this one at the lows here in October of 2020, if not even before that, you would have made quite a lot of money on this stock, so people definitely were taking some profits, and that is okay. But I think right now PLTR is not in the worst position. I personally can't see it going much lower. I think we do have potential to hit the $20 range, but I don't think we're going to go much lower than that. And I think, you know what, when the market does come back strong, PLTR definitely could be a decent buy. I think at these current times we do need to be looking for strong companies. I think fundamentally at least PLTR is a very strong company and it has a lot of growth potential going forwards, and again they have some very optimistic revenue targets. If they can actually meet these, I can see this company seeing a massive explosion in price. Tell me your thoughts down below there guys. Thank you for watching. I will see you again very soon. Goodbye.